studio production begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Community Foundation Spotlight on PAC 14. I'm Erica Joseph, President at the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore, and we like to take this time to highlight different organizations in the community doing wonderful work to help connect people who care with causes that matter. And our guest today is Rose Carey, who's with the Bay Center for Independent Living and Bay Area Center for Independent Living. I'm still getting comfortable with it.
That's good.
And for viewers who may also be getting comfortable with us, remind us that this is a new name, but not a new organization.
No, we've been around about 40 years, and we've always helped people with disabilities. That's our main purpose, is to help people live independently in the community. So we've been, like I said, 40 years. Last year we got a grant from the federal government and state government, and we became a Center for Independent Living. So we've been a Center for Independent Living for about a year now, a year and a half. And we're still feeling our way through the government process. But our services are still the same. We still do the same things, only we've expanded now, and we do a lot of other things.
And people may have connected with you in the past as the Holly Community Incorporated.
Yes.
And so that organization's done wonderful work for many, many years, as you mentioned. And this is a way to help expand and enhance those services in the community to help more individuals and in more impactful ways.
Yes.
So you did highlight the overall mission, the philosophy of the organization, keeping people living independently, and you serve what geographic area here?
We serve the 9 counties of the Eastern Shore. We serve from Cecil right on down to Somerset. So we serve the whole shore in as many programs as we can. Some of our programs are just designed for the lower shore, but we hope in the future, as we expand, to expand those programs into the other counties. So we're feeling our way up into the other counties right now. We're known down here, but we're not as known up there. So we're feeling our way out through the system.
And so we've had a long history of being able to work together.
Yes.
We were just talking that you had started with the Holly Community just before I started with the Community Foundation. So I've been fortunate to know you and work with you along the way. I know many of the programs that you all do in the community, but for the viewers who may not be as familiar and haven't had to interface with your services and programs, talk a little bit about some of the key programs that you provide here.
Okay. We've expanded our programs, but some of the real interesting programs that we have are assistive technology. We have devices in the office, and we have a showroom where we have devices in the office that we can loan out, not sell. We do not sell anything. We can loan to people. A lot of people will go and buy something, and then they find that they won't use it.
Or it doesn't work for the need they have.
Right. So what we do is we can loan that device to the person for about 3 months or 3 weeks, and then they can find out whether they need it or can use it or want to use it, and then they can go purchase it.
And so give me an example. If somebody has vision impairment, they might be able to access what kinds of items?
Any type of magnifier. Sometimes just one little magnifying device like this, and we have all kinds. So they would have to come in and get to see what we have, but they could come in and then someone could assess them and show them what we have available, and then that might help them in their daily life.
And I've seen things like large number telephones.
Yes.
So, a whole range of things. And then if it's not vision impairment, if it's a grasping challenge, then you have things that are all different kinds of sizes and shapes so that people can, help pick up a gallon of milk.
Yes.
It's really amazing the level of thought that has gone into the creation of these tools, and the fact that you all have them there for free on loan to make sure that they meet the need.
And it's very interesting for people to come in and say, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know there was something to help me turn the key in my car. If you can't make this little motion, you can't turn the key. So they don't know this, and the devices are out there to help people.
Every time I visit, I'm amazed with the gadgets and tools that are there. So that's one of the key programs that you provide.
Yes.
other things that we want to make sure viewers are aware of?
We have independent living skills where we help people find funds to build a ramp or do home modifications or help them with their checkbook or anything that they might need to keep them independent in their homes. That's our goal.
And if they wanted to contact you to learn more about these programs and the many other wonderful things that you do, what are the best ways for them to contact you?
Email or phone. Phone number is 443-260-0822. And we each have an email. My email happens to be rcarey@bayareasil.org.
And your website?
Website's under development.
Okay.
Website's under development.
But stay tuned for that.
But stay tuned, because when we come up, we're going to be really rocking.
And that's always one of the, it's a blessing and a challenge when you have that kind of transition, because you can build exactly what you need from scratch, but it takes time to get that in place.
It takes time. And we've expanded our services. So we started out with probably about 4 people years ago. And now we went to about 11, and now we're up to 30. So the transition in a year with so many different staff, that's been overwhelming too. So.
And with the growth of the staff, all of those wonderful people that are in place now to help serve the community, what are some of the new and exciting things, or just the wonderful and existing services that you already had that we want to make sure people know about?
Well, one of the newer programs that we have is called Esther's Wings, and we do a nursing home outreach program. And Esther's Wings is a offshoot of the Spirit of Esther. Carol Steffi, her mother passed away and left a legacy for some money to help people in nursing homes.
And at the Community Foundation,
at the
right?
Community
the Spirit of Esther Fund?
Spirit of Esther Fund at the Community Foundation. And I just accidentally found out about it, and Carol came over and talked with me and said, I'd love to work together. And I said, well, we're in the nursing homes all the time. We visit the nursing homes all the time. And what can we do to do a project together? So we developed a two-pronged project, which is called Esther's Wings. The first part of it is where we invite a nursing home over to our facility, and we play games or have different activities, and just have a good time for about an hour.
So the residents come visit. It's sort of a field trip. They get out of their residence and get to come over and visit you all.
We have coffee, tea, cookies, whatever. We have a little bit of refreshments, and then we play a game, or we have some entertainer come in and talk with them, and just different little things. And that seems to be very conducive to them, because it's very hard for a person to stay in a nursing home and not have a lot of activities outside of the nursing home. They have activities inside maybe, but not so much outside, and that's very rewarding.
And this is such a great enhancement on what Carol was doing with her care cart, because I know the fund initially was helping, taking these care carts in with magazines or books or items that she thought might be valuable. And I know that's how you all connected, because you were both in that same space and serving residents. So this just builds on something that was already doing such a wonderful service to the community.
The second offshoot of the program is she did a care cart for one of the nursing facilities. So I got to talking with her, and I thought, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this in another facility. So that's the second part of it. We go into one of the nursing facilities, and we've only picked one because we have minimal funds. So we've picked one, and we just take different things to them and give it to them. In the national statistics, 60% of people in nursing homes do not have visitors. That's a large percentage of people when you find out that they don't have visitors. And it's mind-boggling that people are just there and they don't have anyone to come visit. And if they have someone to come in and just give them a fleece blanket, or just a little package of socks and maybe lotion, crossword puzzle, cologne,
Those personal care items
yes.
that often, if you have someone who's in, a longer-term or nursing care facility, that you would bring, and this is just such a wonderful example of the kinds of items that you've been able to do to help people
Yes.
feel more comfortable and more themselves.
Yes, and we take little buckets. We call them buckets of love. And we take little buckets and we put lotion and little deodorant and hand sanitizer and just give those to the people. And occasionally we will do a stuffed animal because all women love stuffed animals. So it's always nice to have something to cuddle and so we're just surprised each day when we do this how people are so welcoming. One of the gentlemen that we gave some aftershave to, he called me the next day and said, "I really appreciate you coming in and doing this for us."
That has to mean so much for
does.
you on a personal level, but then knowing that you're able to help, connect those resources to the people who really need them. Now, where does all this come from? So part of it comes from Esther's Spirit of Esther Fund, and
Carol gave us a small donation to start it. We call this our Health and Happiness card. She called hers her Care card. We call this our Health and Happiness card, and we do this. Carol's mother was such a sharing person, and we just feel that this is in the spirit of what she would want for us to do. So we encourage anyone to donate items to us. We're certainly looking for organizations that will support us in addition to Carol. Carol's been very generous in helping us, but we also want other organizations to get involved.
Maybe they could sponsor or help sponsor a specific expansion to another nursing home. And
exactly right.
And a great opportunity for local businesses.
Right, churches. We had one church just before Christmas. They did a donation, and they had gathered some money together, and this lady went out and she bought socks and t-shirts and blankets and things, and then we took them in. So it's always, any organization that would like to donate or sponsor something, we're more than welcome to accept that.
And let me just remind viewers, in case they've just tuned in, that what we're talking about is the Bay Area Center for Independent Living. I'm with Rose Carey, and we're talking not only about the programs that they do in the community broadly, but specifically this Esther's Wings program to help meet some of the personal care, the health and happiness needs of individuals in our community who are in nursing facilities and may not necessarily have the outside support, the visitors and some of these nice treats that you all are providing to them. So contributions, financial contributions to help support that, but then also, like you were just pointing out with some of the faith-based organization actually collecting the items that could then be shared with local residents. Now, talk to me a little more. I mean, I know when you're in the facilities and when you're talking with the recipients of some of Esther's Wings items, you've got to be getting wonderful feedback. The stories of people who are being impacted by what are these what's a very small gesture, but really impactful.
We find that the people there, we talk to them, of course, when we go in. We do peer support with them anyway, but we find their individual stories. Why I'm here, I fell, and I'm here just for rehab, but I have no visitors. I'm so glad you came in. I'm so glad to see someone from the outside. I don't know what I'm going to do now. What's my options? So you hear of those stories and you think, how can we help in other ways? So that leads to some of our, okay, we can go back. Once that person has gone home, then we can follow them up and say, did you get your ramp? Did you get your modifications to help you get back into your home, or to an apartment, or to a assisted living, wherever they might go? but we want them back in the community. We don't want them in the nursing home if they can move back into the community. So it gives us an opportunity to talk with people and just
and see what else they're going to need in the community and how you all can connect. Because I know one of the hallmarks of your organization has been partnering with other community-based organizations that serve some of the same populations in different ways, so that Bay Area Center for Independent Living doesn't have to do all of it. They can connect them to an organization that's building ramps like Chesapeake Housing Mission, or connect them to senior services that might be provided through MAC or Meals on Wheels.
Exactly right.
And interestingly, you're in the same space
yes.
as
yes.
MAC
yes.
and some of these other organizations. Talk a little bit for viewers who might not have ever visited that wonderful senior center here in Wicomico County.
Yeah, if you haven't visited the senior center, I encourage you to do that, anyone, because they have such wonderful programs, and the partnership has been marvelous because we can work with the same type of people. If the senior center can't help them, maybe we can. So it's been a great partnership. And we are located in a brand new building in back of off of Snow Hill Road. And it's everybody should come and visit and check it out. They have conference rooms there that are available for the public. They have the senior center provides lunches for people. Of course, Meals on Wheels. So we're just very
There's
fortunate.
often entertainment going on when I have visited. I know the Peggy Bradford room is always buzzing with some kind of interesting activity.
Exactly right.
There's a pool table for seniors.
Yes.
So
yes.
it's
come
quite,
challenge me. I like to play pool.
It's quite the place. It's really a fabulous resource.
It is.
So it's really that place where if you're a family member who has an older adult or somebody with disabilities that you're trying to be supportive for, visiting that one place can help you tap into so many services.
Yes.
And so at the Community Foundation, we have always commended that partnership that was formed in the building of that space, and all that you all have done since then to make it really easy for the community to access your services.
Yes, yes.
So let's talk a little bit more about how to get people involved in what you're doing, both with the Bay Area SIL, but also with this wonderfully creative and easy program to get involved with Esther's Wings. How do you engage volunteers from the community?
We use Sure Can, of course, Sure Can. And we try to encourage as many seniors. We have RSVP in the senior center, and then I am volunteer coordinator at Bay Area. So we encourage as many people to volunteer as possible. We have all types of opportunities. In fact, right now we're looking for someone to go into the facility and be a little person that will just be bubbly.
A little ambassador.
That's right, an ambassador. You're right, the ambassador, that's the word. What was I grasping for? To be an ambassador and to do this. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it, but I also have other duties. So I'm looking for someone to do this with me, or to, just start it. Or I've started it, let someone else come in and now get the rewards, because it is very rewarding. You come back after a visit and say, oh my gosh, I'm glad I did this.
And that's the piece that's just, for you to be able to share that with another volunteer or multiple volunteers, especially as the resources and contributions could grow for the Esther's Wings project. That just gives other community members, other volunteers, a chance to be that bright spot in someone's day and take them, one of these wonderful items or something else. I'm sure there are all kinds of needs as you're talking with people that you think would be a good fit for them, so that you can really personalize that.
Oh yes, flower arrangements, anything that people, I know a lot of people that do flower arrangements, and they, hey, I could do something like this, I could take this, like I said, the little buckets of love, just to, take a little bucket and fill it with little things and just take it in. So we've been very fortunate that we have gotten as much as we do. But we want to expand to the other nursing facilities, because we realize that just helping one is not enough.
Well,
They
it shows
all need
you.
it.
When you're in one place, you can see that if the need is so great in this one place.
It's got to be great in every nursing facility in it, and it is. It is, because like I said, we go into 21 nursing facilities across the 9 counties. So we see that. We see that there's a need there. So we want to expand upon that. We want to grow. We're growing as it is, but we want to grow more. We have a satellite office in Easton now, just a small office there to accommodate the Upper Shore. So we want to grow as much as we can. And we want to expand our services into the other nursing homes as far as the Esther's Wings. Carol has been very good. She's a very vibrant person, and I love her, and I hope I do her justice and her mother justice, because we want to. We want to keep that memory alive, that she wanted so much. You know, her mother did so much and wanted so much, and we just want to encourage as many people to volunteer as possible.
Well, and you're highlighting right there. I mean, that's the role that the Community Foundation can help to play in partnership. You know, we don't do that work, but what we can do is work with Carol or many other people in the community that are also wonderful examples to put something in place that provides those permanent resources through their fund, and then you as the partner in the community really helps to, you know, create that impact that would be challenging to do maybe without those dollars coming in. And so it you know, that's really the essence of the Community Foundation. Each fund there has a specific story, and you know, Esther's Wings and the Spirit of Esther Fund are a wonderful example of that. Now, if and I'm just throwing this out, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if somebody in the community is with a business or a church and they have a connection to a specific nursing care facility, could they reach out to you about perhaps creating some partnership around that specific organization?
Definitely. I'm more than open to trying to expand this. This is one of the reasons I'm here. I want to make everyone aware that we are doing these things, and we want to expand our services. We see that it's working. It's helping people. So we want to continue that. We want to see it as much as possible. We had one gentleman that saw our sign in a library, and he called and said, "I can't donate much, but I want to donate a little so that you can continue this."
And it's just, I mean, you know, you see the items here, hairbrushes and aftershave and baby powder and small stuffed animals, all very nominal in terms of cost.
Dollar store items.
And it lets you, you know, have such an impact on the day of someone who maybe isn't going to see another visitor for a little while.
And you know, men want to smell nice for the women, so they have to have their aftershave and they have to have their cologne, and then the baby powder. You know, the powder is just, a lot of people just need that when they're in the nursing homes. And socks. Socks are one of the big things, because a lot of people are diabetic, so they have to have the large socks. So they don't get as many socks as they need sometimes. And
very practical and low cost. It's just getting enough to be able to meet the need. So let's remind our viewers one more time, because I know that there will be interest from individuals. It's such a wonderful and you know, really tangible way that they can make a difference in the life of someone else. How can they do that? How can they reach you, Rose Carey?
Rose Carey can be reached at Holly Community, which used to be Holly Community. It's now Bay Area Center for Independent Living, but I think it might still be in the phone book under Holly Community. But we're getting there.
It takes time.
It takes time. We're getting there. We're getting to change our name, and so call us 443-260-0822 and ask for Rose. I'm there usually 6 days a week, unless I'm on vacation somewhere, and I intend to
somewhere
go to
exotic.
Somewhere exotic, but I want to go to Dallas the end of the month, so that's not exotic, but that's somewhere I've never been. But 443-260-0822, and email is rcarey@bayareacil.org.
Excellent. And viewers can always contact the Community Foundation,
Exactly
because part of our goal is to connect the people who care with the cause that matters. And I can't really think of a better one. So thank you, Rose, so much for sharing time today.
You're certainly welcome. I enjoyed it.
And I'd like to thank you, the viewers, watching Community Foundation Spotlight here on PAC 14. We would love to connect you with this amazing cause, and we will see you next time.
Would you like to see your community organization or nonprofit group featured on PAC 14? To get started, contact us at 410-677-5014 or visit our website at www.pac14.org. PAC 14 is a great way to connect with your community.